I've been married for 2 years now. We had a small wedding, nothing fancy, but I was happy. My husband, James, was quiet and kind. Not the romantic type, but he always showed care in small ways, making tea for me in the morning, fixing things around the house, texting me to ask if I had eaten. I thought that was enough. We met at work, actually. He was in the IT department, and I was in administration. We started as friends, then things just slowly turned into something more. It was never passionate or full of sparks, but I liked how calm things were with him. He always said he liked how peaceful I made him feel. For a long time, I didn't question anything. I was just happy to be with someone who didn't shout, cheat, or lie, or so I thought. But things started to feel off about 6 months ago. He began working late more often. He'd say he was helping his boss with something or staying behind for team meetings. At first, I believed it, because James never gave me a reason not to. He didn't go out drinking, he didn't have many friends, and he always came home smelling the same, no perfume, no lipstick marks, nothing. Still, something didn't sit right. He stopped touching me. Completely. At first I thought he was stressed, so I tried to give him space. But weeks passed, then months. Every time I tried to be intimate, he'd make excuses. I'm tired, not in the mood, or sometimes he'd pretend to be asleep. I started to feel invisible in my own marriage. Then one day, I got a strange message on Instagram. It was from a fake account, no name, no posts, just one message: check the hotel near his office. Room 209. My heart dropped. I didn't want to believe it. But something told me I had to go. That evening, I told him I was going to visit my sister. I waited until he left for work and then I followed. What I saw in that hotel room broke something inside me. And not in the way I expected. I got to the hotel and sat in my car for almost 10 minutes. My hands were shaking. I didn't know what I expected to find, but I told myself maybe it was a lie. Maybe someone was trying to mess with me. Maybe it was a mistake. But deep down, I already knew. I walked into the lobby and asked the receptionist if I could get a key to room 209. I told her I was meeting my husband there. She gave me a look, like she knew something, but didn't say a word. Just handed me the spare key. I climbed the stairs slowly. My heart was pounding like it was trying to run away from my chest. When I got to the door, I stood there for a moment, breathing in and out. I didn't hear anything from inside. It was quiet. I unlocked the door. At first, I couldn't process what I was seeing. My husband, James, was standing near the bed, half-dressed. And standing in front of him was his boss. Also half-dressed. They both froze when they saw me. James didn't even say my name. He just stared at me, like I wasn't real. His boss quickly grabbed his shirt and tried to act normal, but there was no way to explain that scene. No way to pretend it was something else. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just turned around and left. He didn't come after me. When I got home, I sat on the couch in silence. Hours passed. I kept thinking, how did I not know? How could someone live with you, sleep beside you, kiss you goodbye every morning, while hiding something so big? He came back late that night. I didn't even look at him. He sat on the edge of the couch and said quietly, "I'm sorry." That was all. Just "I'm sorry." I didn't ask questions. I was scared of the answers. But the silence between us said everything. And now, I don't know what to do. The next morning, he was gone before I woke up. He didn't leave a note. No message. Just vanished like nothing had happened. I sat at the edge of the bed staring at the floor, feeling like a fool. Everything around me felt fake. The wedding photos on the wall, our clothes in the closet, even the smell of his perfume still hanging in the air, it all made me feel sick. I finally called my elder sister. I hadn't told anyone yet. She answered on the second ring. "I need you," I said, my voice shaking. She didn't ask too many questions. She just said, "I'm coming." When she arrived, I broke down. Everything I had held inside came pouring out. She just held me and let me cry. Then I told her everything. The hotel. The messages. The boss. All of it. She was quiet for a while, then said, "You need to take care of yourself now. You don't owe him anything." But it wasn't that simple. I had loved this man. I built my whole life around him. We planned kids, trips, a future. And now it felt like he had been playing a role the entire time. Like I had married a stranger. Later that evening, he texted me. "Can we talk?" I stared at the message for a long time. I didn't know if I was ready. But I said yes. I needed answers. He came over the next day. His face looked tired. He had lost weight. He sat across from me and didn't speak for a full minute. Then finally he said, "I didn't plan for you to find out like this." I almost laughed. "So you planned for me to never find out?" But I stayed quiet. He continued, "I didn't know how to tell you. I thought I could live a normal life. I thought marrying you would fix me." That hurt more than anything else he said. Fix me, like our entire marriage had been a cover for something he was running from. I asked, "So everything was fake?" He shook his head quickly. "No. I loved you. I still do. But I was also lying to myself. I didn't know what to believe. How could love and lies exist at the same time?" He said his boss wasn't the only one. There had been others. Quiet, hidden. Always secret. He said he was sorry. But what could sorry fix? I looked at him sitting there, saying all these things, and I felt numb. Not angry. Not sad. Just empty. I had cried enough. I had questioned myself enough. I wasn't sure there was anything left in me to feel. "So what now?" I asked him. My voice didn't even sound like mine. He looked down at his hands and said, "I'm moving out. I already packed some of my things. I'll come back for the rest later, if that's okay." I nodded slowly. He stood up, walked to the door, and then turned around. "I'm truly sorry for hurting you. You didn't deserve this." I just stared at him. And then he left. Just like that, the man I had married was gone. For the next few days, I kept to myself. I barely ate. I didn't talk to anyone unless I had to. My sister came over and checked on me, brought food, tried to distract me. But I felt like I was floating outside my own body. Then one day, I got a message from a woman I didn't know. "Hi. I don't mean to intrude, but I think we need to talk. I know your husband, or ex-husband, I guess. And I think he lied to me too." My chest tightened. I replied cautiously, asking who she was and what she meant. She sent a photo. It was her and my husband. Arms around each other. Smiling. Like they were a couple. He told me he was divorced. That his ex-wife cheated on him. He said I was the first woman he really trusted. I stared at the screen, my hand shaking. So not only had he lied to me, but he was still lying. Still hiding. Still using people to cover the truth. I didn't know what to say to her. I didn't know if I should even respond. But one thing was clear. I wasn't the only one who had been fooled. I decided to call the woman. I needed to hear her voice. I needed to know if she was real, and if what she was saying was true. She picked up on the first ring. Hello. Her voice was soft, unsure. Hi, this is his wife. Or ex-wife, I said slowly. There was silence on the other end. Then she let out a breath. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. It's okay, I said, even though it really wasn't. I need to understand what he told you. She began to talk. Told me they'd been seeing each other for about 6 months. That he told her I had cheated on him. That I had been cold, unloving. That he finally felt free to be himself now. He said I made him feel seen, she added, voice cracking. I feel so stupid. I didn't have the energy to lie to her. You're not stupid. He's good at pretending. He lied to me too. 4 years. Then she said something I didn't expect. I saw something once. A message. From his boss. It sounded flirty. But I thought maybe it was just a joke between guys. Now, I'm not sure. I froze. My heart started to race again. What kind of message? I asked. She was quiet for a second, then said, it was something like, don't forget the wine this time, lover boy. I am making your favorite. I asked him about it, and he laughed and said it was just an inside joke. I believed him. I closed my eyes. That message. That boss. It was all connected. Thank you for telling me, I said. You didn't deserve this either. After the call, I sat in silence. I thought about all the years I spent doubting myself. Thinking maybe I wasn't enough. That maybe I wasn't pretty enough. Fun enough. Good enough. But now I knew the truth had never been about me. It was all him. And for the first time in a long while, I didn't feel broken. I felt angry. Clear. I picked up my phone and opened my gallery. I still had that video. The one I recorded the night I caught him and his boss together. Maybe it was time to stop keeping his secrets. I didn't send the video right away. I stared at it for a long time. Part of me wanted to blast it everywhere, his workplace, his friends, his family. I wanted everyone to know what he'd done. How he lied. How he played me. How he used everyone around him like pawns in some sick game. But then, another part of me whispered, what will that fix? He was already exposed. I had nothing more to prove. I deleted the video. That was my way of saying, I'm done. He tried to reach out after that. Called. Texted. Left long voice notes crying and begging for forgiveness. Said he was confused. Said he didn't mean to hurt me. That he didn't want to lose everything. But he already had. I didn't respond. Instead, I started therapy. I started going out more. I picked up painting again, something I used to love before I met him. I even went on a short solo trip, just me, my journal, and quiet nights under new skies. I won't lie and say I'm fully healed. Some nights, I still replay things in my head. I still wonder how I missed the signs. I still get angry. But I'm no longer stuck. And as for him, I heard through someone that things didn't work out with the boss. Apparently, office gossip spread fast after I left. His perfect life. Cracked open like a shell. I didn't smile when I heard it. But I didn't feel bad either. Now, I'm rebuilding. Slowly. Honestly. On my own terms. And that, to me, is freedom.